at the end of the day, the question that's going to be asked, whenever that day comes, when we stand before the throne of God, God is not going to go down this list of things that we did, and he's going to ask us, what did you do with what I gave you? What did you do with the assignment I gave you? Were you the church? Were you the body of Christ? Were you the embodiment of the healing spirit of God, so that people could come into your environment and they could experience the healing that you have experienced? Or were you so intentional on holding on to your hurt and your bitterness and your anger that you refuse to do what I assigned you to do? He was wounded for our transgressions. He was wounded for every sin that we committed, but he was bruised for our iniquities. Iniquity is a perversion in our spirit. And for a believer to hold on to bitterness is a perversion in your spirit. To hold on to hurt, to hold on to malice, to hold on to all of those things, God is asking you, are you willing to let it go? Are you willing to let go what your parents weren't to you? Are you willing to do what that person that betrayed? Are you willing to let that betrayal go? Are you willing? Are you willing? Like, are you really willing? If you don't release it, you will become the very thing that you hate. I would hate to stand before the throne of God and say, Lord, didn't I preach in your name? Didn't I teach in your name? Didn't I cast out devils? Didn't I heal? And he said, I didn't even know you, because you had a perverted, you had a spirit of iniquity. You were holding on to bitterness and malice and anger and all of that stuff. You were holding on to unforgiveness because you couldn't let go of the very thing that I healed you of. You made, whatever it is, you made it through it. Whatever was done to you, you made it through it. Whatever was said about you, you're still here. It didn't stop nothing. It didn't block nothing. It couldn't hinder nothing. It couldn't hold anything up. So it ain't holding you. You're holding it. Bishop, how do I let it go? I just let it go. I feel the pain, but I don't become the emotion. I feel it, I acknowledge it, and I dismiss it out of my life. Let the Lord heal you emotionally. Let the power of God's grace deliver you from using the excuse that you were hurt and that's just the way you are.